Well, welcome back. Now, I haven't made one of these in a while, so I had to get into my programming, do it all over again. Now, let me explain some stuff. In real life, that has been going on that makes this a little more difficult, stranger to me than what I normally be going through, what I normally be understanding, is that I code in Java at school. I've been learning Java. So when I first started coding this again, I started putting semicolons after everything. I coded like it was similar to Java, but remembering how I coded Lua. But you know what the title is, and you know what to see it. Now this is just to show y'all that this works. This is me right now. My character. We touch this button, and now we are this character. Now you can do that with any other character. Ain't gotta be that. All you gotta actually make sure of, now before we begin, is that this character is a starter character. Now your best chance of getting this to work. Also, don't mind that it looks weird in Roblox. I accidentally messed it up in Roblox, so it'd be looking like that. But your best chance of getting something is taking a rig and then just putting it in your button thing. This is your button. This is your morph. This is your script. So that's all you need. You got your morph, your script. Now, I have a brand new whole way of doing this. Instead of just coding the whole script while we do the video, which can take some effort and time, I'd rather just explain what every line of code does and break down the lines of code like a language. Now, here you go. So this local model, I didn't even realize that I named it like that, but I guess that fixes some issues. This declares a boolean that will be used later to create a cooldown so the player won't get trapped. Now here is our script.Parent.Touched connect function. Now there is numerous ways that you could actually do this. This is just if you like one of the deep classic morph stuff where you just step on a thing, now you're a player. Well, in this case, you could also program into the whole thing. You actually like moving the character back, so you wouldn't even need a whole cooldown system because they'd be sent backwards a few studs, and that'd be all good and all. But other than that, you also get script.Parent.Touched. That's just a default way, but you also have a way of doing it in a whole different way. That's like using proximity prompts to do it. You can use it in the GUI. You can even make it so the character starts out that way. But otherwise, text when the player touches the part. Cooldown. Make sure the cooldown is off. This is another one. This checks if the player. This checks if the thing touching the button is the. You have to make sure that is a player, because if it's not a player, then it will cause lag in the game since it's constantly doing the script. This is a cooldown. The starts to cool down. Now, what we get from this is right here. Local player equals game.Players, like GetPlayers, call player. Yeah. Oh, Roblox did it pretty nicely. Thank you, Roblox, for doing that content. It's the AI, by the way. Gets the player from the touching character. I mean, it's not. Doesn't care. That just touched the button. On not the best explanation. Let's see if Roblox comes with this. The old character model. This one For this, you see local model equals button colon find first child of class model. What we're looking for when we are doing this script is button is taking this. You find the first one of these, which is a model. So this is finds the model and declares it. This one be pretty simple. You just hold on. Cloning the model to be used later. Right here, getting the name of the player, so their display name will be the name. The player will be the name. Will be displayed. That's just that. You only need to include that if you want to make sure that when the player gets transformed, that they or gets morphs into that their name is still the same. Now here's the thing about that though. You can also just set it name equals like 2 quotes nothing. Now new character will have no name, there won't be anything displaying. That's pretty simple. New character dot humanoid dot display name equals name. Roblox is trying to do a lot of stuff for me, and I do not want to. I don't need to do all that. Why is it trying to kill the player? The AI, we don't need to do all this, man. This is where we don't want AI be doing all this. Anyways, changes the display name to the player's name. Yeah, we don't need all that extra stuff. Waits for 1/10 of a second. That's just like to make sure it doesn't get too far ahead of itself. New character dot humanoid root part dot anchored equals false. Okay, yeah, that was actually smart. Makes the player able to move once they morph. Alright, new character set primary part C frame old character. Yes, I do actually want that. Makes the new character. I don't even want to. It's just AI is doing the entire work for me. Position. New character's position the same as before. Player.character equals new character sets the model of the character to the new character. Oh, not the. It wouldn't be the character, it'd be player. And then this one is new. Puts the new model in the workspace. Waits 3 seconds. And right here, the cooldown is set to false. Which causes the code to be able to run again. That is everything. And this is Ed. Oh, wait, I wonder if there's if you know what I'm talking about, like, hold on. People who code in Java are gonna be knowing what this is. This and then like that's like the comment section. No, we'll just put program made by the meme goes big. Yeah. So that's everything. Now we have some more stuff you could do with it. You don't, again, like I said, you can move the character's model back again to C frame. Back. Cooldown doesn't need to exist anymore because the player isn't going to automatically step on it all. But otherwise, this is a pretty good working script. I actually had to take most of this from a script that I made over 2 years ago, except I had to update it to make it more functional. Now, obviously, you can't just copy and paste all of this in. You're not just gonna copy and paste all this into a script, and then it's gonna suddenly work if you have everything set up like this, right? The problem is with that is that you have to also make sure that all the names are proper up here, everything is doing good, if everything matches and all stuff like that. You have to make sure the names match, you have to make sure there's no errors, and that's where you have to learn how to program by yourself. Now, programming by yourself, that is the point of this series if you know all 18 of these videos so far. It's so that you can program everything yourself. Learn how to program in Lua. You go from start figuring out how to declare variables, learning how to use models and all stuff like that, to knowing how to do all this extra stuff, but it gives you insight into multiple different sections of Roblox programming, along with helping you out if you ever need to come to that. Now, let's get some push stuff straight. Let's talk about the AI. The AI is trying to do way too much. It's playing too much. It be trying to do a lot of stuff for me. AI needs to back off a little. Listen, this is my opinion on AI. It is a tool that can be used in programming. It is not going to replace programmers because programmers are going to use it as a tool. What will likely end up happening in the future is that programming with AI, there's AI that helps you program, they're going to become paid-for products like subscriptions, $1 or $3 a month, however else your casual currency for a month, to give you help while programming, because they'll make programming way easier because it's actually smart. But the problem is that you don't really need to do all that when you have over a million tutorials on YouTube, on multiple different websites, on multiple different languages, on how to program, and a bunch of other stuff like that. It's okay to have all of that stuff. It's okay to have AI if you're new. It's okay to use AI if you just honestly want to learn how to program. But there comes a point in it where you're just gonna know how to do everything yourself. You don't really need all that AI stuff. Now, here's a problem where I have an issue with AI, is that I was trying to do a lot of stuff, and a new person at programming might just hit tab, let it autofill, and they have no idea what most of that code does. I mean, Lua is a very self-explanatory language, if you couldn't tell, because most of it makes sense. But, like, if you had one for Java, which doesn't always make sense with, like, compounding operators and stuff like that, you can get situations with compounding operators where they have no idea what that means, they don't know what casting is and all this other stuff that's important. They might not know how to do system.in to get their important stuff. And that is it's a debate for the future. Y'all have the decision to make that debate for the future, decide how you want to use AI. My personal opinion, you're still learning, probably learning on your own, and try figuring out what all this stuff means without the help of AI, and use AI as a tool when you know what it's trying to do, right? That's a good thing to do. There. Now, personal opinion, that's a personal opinion. Y'all can have your own opinions, y'all can disagree with me. It is your right to disagree with me, your right to have an opinion. So now we can continue. Also, thank you guys for making 2 of my videos get over 1,000 views. That's amazing. Now we may continue and go to this. Also, yes, I do have like 7 different animations on this. And all this stuff. Hold on, looks like... What was that? Yeah. Now, here's another thing I want to discuss. So you get your character, but it doesn't have the same animations. You would have to make another program that would actually fix animations or add its own animations to the character. Now, a character doesn't necessarily even have to be a rig when you put it in this. You can make it a whole Blender model, character model, or whatever else. You can even make it a 2-dimensional image. Like, an actual 2-dimensional image. There's a lot of games on Roblox like that. You know, you've seen them, you've been around them, you played them probably, and you know what I'm talking about. This is just for anybody who wants to use it. I decided to make mine this character. which I will not say, but it's by Tatsuki Fushimoto, if you're wondering. And that's all good and fun. Now I'm gonna die. And when you respawn, you'll be your own character, just in case you were wondering that. That respawn time felt oddly longer than normal. But anyways, that's everything that we've got today. Y'all want to suggest stuff or want to add on to the work that I put into this, go ahead and put it in the comments. I know there are some good programmers that be watching my videos and actually giving me good advice when I redo stuff. Like when I made that paint video, someone told me about arrays and stuff like that. I learned how to use arrays like 6 months later. Made a whole new video on that improved that whole paint script so that it works globally and makes a lot more sense. That's a good script. Y'all check out a video if you ever want to do that. And you also got your tools and stuff. Look, it says even a local. That's the difference between blue and green down there in the output. Anyways, goodbye. Hopefully I did record the video, so I didn't just yap for no reason for that long.